Hi friends, thanks for joining us for the STEM activity at the Elmore Harris-Elmore Library. Today we're going to be making rock candy, and what we're going to need is some sugar, a pot, some skewers, make sure that they're not too pointy so nobody gets hurt, some mason jars, and some food coloring, some candy flavoring, and I'm trying to think what else we might need. I think that is it. You're going to need an adult, because it's hot water and you're not going to want anybody to get too hurt. You're going to want to put your water and your sugar in the pan and bring it up to a boil. You want to dissolve that water or that sugar into the water so that way we can make a nice little syrup. We'll then pour it in the jars. Once you've got your sugar dissolved, you want to go ahead and pour it in your jar. You want to make sure that it's a nice thick syrup so that way it will connect. We took our popsicle sticks here and we moistened them and we put some sugar on it just to have something for the crystals to start growing on. You're going to want to put your jars somewhere where you can let them sit for about 5 to 7 days. It might take a little bit longer. If you notice that there are no crystals forming within 24 hours, you might want to redo the solution. I'll show you how to troubleshoot that one. If you look here, this jar is not growing any crystals. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pour this in a container and dissolve the sugar again and add just a little bit more sugar so that way we can make it a more saturated solution. We're going to go ahead and add that. We're just going to get it nice and warm so we can dissolve a few more cups of sugar, not even so much as cups. Start out, you know, with 1/4 cup and kind of go from there. You want to make sure you stir it up and get that all dissolved. You're going to go ahead and pour that in the jar. Now, since you added that sugar, it's going to be a lot bigger than it was originally. So you might not be able to get all of it in the jar. It might be too much. It worked out just a little bit for us. You're going to want to go ahead and re-sugar your skewers and then go ahead and put them back in the container. We're going to try to do 2. You want to make sure that you don't touch the sides or the bottom. You want to make sure that there's enough room for that. Right here we have our rock candy done. As you can see, the crystals are clinging onto the side. Our little jars, we kind of needed a bigger jar to do that in. Our red jar in the back needed, it's taking a little bit longer. One of the problems that I had was that they weren't growing fast enough, so I had to add a little more sugar to it. But as you can see, this green one is really sludgy. And the crystals are right here on the top. You can't even stick your stick in there anymore. So make sure your glass is not too small like this green one. This purple one in the back was of decent size, and so on. When you are done, you're going to want to then just let your crystals, pull them out of the jar. You're going to put them here in an empty mason jar and just kind of let them drip dry. The rock candy did take an awful long time for it to grow. If you don't have enough time, you can do these crystals like we have here with pipe cleaner. They were done with the borax, and that took a couple days for those to grow. It is kind of hard to find the borax. I did find some at Walmart, but it did work out nice. You can use these as Christmas ornaments later on if you would like, or just to decorate around the house. Thanks for joining us for the STEM activity. It was quite tasty, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I can't wait to see you for our next activity.